everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. Have you ever looked at pillows in the stores and you wondered how did they make them look so pretty? Well, it's really quite easy and I'm going to show you how. I'll show you how to just take simple ribbons and put them into really nice designs. I'll even show you how to mix the ribbons with other trims such as pom-pom fringe. And if you like that old world feel, you like lace, I'll show you how to put lace on your pillows. So let's get started. This is a contemporary design that you can use on a square pillow or even a rectangle pillow. Use two different colors of ribbons and place one about 3 inches from the side and place it straight across. Then place this one about 1/2 inch over, straight up and down like this one. Then you're going to take this one here and it's going to be 3 inches down from this side and insert it underneath this ribbon and up over the top of this ribbon. Your second ribbon here goes up over the top of this ribbon and underneath this ribbon. Place pins to hold, and then when you go to stitch this, you're going to stitch on each side of the ribbon doing a straight stitch. So when you get to this ribbon that's going across here, stop, then come up over and continue stitching down. Then stitch back up this way, stop, come up over and continue stitching across. And then this one here, stitch, stop, start again here, come up over the top and all the way across. So you can see that there is a definite pattern to this. Make sure you use matching thread and lower your needle manually down exactly where you want to start. And then begin stitching. And stitch up here. You're going to stitch up over the top, and as you approach this second ribbon here, stop, back stitch a couple of times, and now I'm going to come up over the top, manually lower my needle down exactly where I want to start, and continue stitching. Now I've turned it and I'm coming back up towards the direction that I just started from. And as I approach it, slow down a little bit and stop right there. And now move it and come up over the top. Lower the needle down manually exactly where you want to start. And continue stitching down to this lower edge. Now I'm going to do the second ribbon of the light purple. Again, manually lower your needle down exactly where you want to start and stitch. Because this ribbon goes up over the top, I'm going to stitch right up over the top. But because this ribbon here goes underneath the darker ribbon, I'm going to stop. And now pick up, go over the top of that dark ribbon, manually lower the ribbon, and continue. After you've put your ribbon design on it, then you can just go ahead and attach your fabric to the back. Now, if you want to know how to make a slipcover back, so you can use a pillow form over and over again, then click on the link in the upper right hand corner and it will take you to a video to show you how to put this back on. Here is a suggestion for combining ribbon with other trims. Take a piece of ribbon and the pom-pom fringe, and you can stitch it on top because I liked how it showed different texture. And I did a zigzag stitch to put it on. One of the things you want to keep in mind is Don't have a pom-pom right at the very end where it's going to wind up inside your seam. So you want to pull it back a little bit. So zigzag stitch it on each side, and then take your pillow and place it on the other end, and I'm placing it about 3.5 inches from the edge. Then pin it down, and I recommend doing just a straight stitch along the edge on each side. I recommend you use a zipper foot when putting this pom-pom fringe on. This way you can get real close to the fringe, the pom-poms, as you stitch. And you will have to, with one hand, kind of pull the pom-poms out of the way because it still might get caught up in the needle. Another suggestion is work with ribbons that complement each other, and then you can layer them. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a square using your ribbons. So before you get started, you want to decide just how big you want the outer edge of your square to be. So I want mine to be around 6 inches. So I've cut a 6.5 inch strip, and you're going to need 4. You're going to have them all facing front side up, and you're going to cut it on these mitered corners. So on your ruler, you have a 45-degree line on there. Place it, the edge of that line that's on your ruler, line it up, and also to where you have this edge on the corner up there. And then you would go ahead and cut it. Now flip it over, keep your edges together. Now you can cut these one at a time if you like, but I'm trying to save time here. So now you're going to lay that 45-degree line up here. Make sure that this edge is in that corner, and then go ahead and cut. Lay them out like this, and take 2 of them and lay them on top of each other. And then stitch a narrow seam, about about 1/8 of an inch. Then after you've stitched that one together, then you go to the next one. Lay it on top, stitch. Then go to the next one, lay it on top, and stitch, and then complete this by adding this one on and stitch. So it's all stitched together. Now fold 2 of them together, and you're going to trim the outer corners of the square. That's the only ones you need to trim. And you're going to trim it straight across like that, okay? So you can either use scissors or the rotary cutter. And I just want to let everybody know, my hand is not really that close to this rotary cutter. It's about 2 to 3 inches back. It's just the camera angle makes it look like I'm going to cut my fingers off. But I am being careful. Press the 4 seams flat, and then pin it, center it, and then pin it down. Stitch around the inner edge, close to the edge of the ribbon, and then of course go around the outer edge of the ribbon. Another suggestion, after putting on the square ribbon, you could add a decorative button in the center. Here's one more suggestion. I think denim and lace look really good together. So you could lay this pattern out. This is about 2-inch wide lace. What I have shown you are just a few of the suggestions that I have. There are many more different types of trims that you can use. I love rickrack. You can get it really wide and really narrow, and also you can buy little ruffle pieces to add on to pillows. You can purchase pillow forms to use inside of the pillows as stuffing. The problem with pillow forms is they can get kind of expensive and they're not offered in a lot of different sizes. So you can make your own pillow form. Cut out whatever shape you want, stitch around the edges. Now this is a round one. Make sure you leave an opening on one side enough to where you can put the polyfill stuffing inside. Now if you're doing this round one, you want to use small scissors and do little snips all around the edges. And then of course turn it front side out, and then through this opening insert your stuffing. So here is a square one. Insert your stuffing, then bring these edges together. You can either do a little whip stitch to close it up, or at your sewing machine just stick it in there and just zip it closed. So you can make these any size you want. These are washable. So if it gets dirty, you just throw it in your washing machine, then stick it in the dryer, and then you're good to go all over again. As you can see, there are a lot of different ways that you can embellish a pillow. There are so many different types of trims out there. So I want to encourage you to visit your local fabric store and experiment with some of the trims. Come up with some of your own ideas.
What? What are you saying?
I have no idea what he's saying.
It's Irish. Your last name is Oyedenoi.
Wait, that's your Irish accent?
Yeah. you look so Irish, honey. Okay. All right. Let's do this one right so we don't have to do it again.
Okay.
All right. If you like this video, click on thumbs up, and also click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell and enter your email address so you can receive email notifications about my latest video. If you're not receiving those emails, go to your cell phone or iPad, click on settings, and turn notifications in the on position. This is Maria, this is Manny, and this is Jamie. I'm Cheryl. So glad you came to my sewing room. See you next time, and happy sewing!